everyone, it's Carrie. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to card number 11 in my holiday card series for 2016. And today we're going to start off by using these dies from MFT along with this felt here. This is the only felt that I own. This is the white felt that I have from Paper Tray Ink. It's really high quality and I really do like it. I'm going to have to get some more of it because I really do love die cutting felt from time to time. So we're going to be using that and this die here from Avery L, this frame die from Avery L, along with the cardstock from Simon Says Stamp. This is the blue violet color. And I'm also going to die cut some snowflakes from this Lawn Fawn set, the Stitch Snowflakes. So I'm going to die cut a bunch of these felt snowflakes just to have a little bit of variety. I didn't use all of them on my card today, but I do have some more if I wanted to create another card just like I am making today. So I've gone ahead and die cut these off camera because my die cut machine is not at my desk. So I have to do that off camera. But I'm pulling away just the little inner pieces and stuff from the felt just to get those out of the way. And then it doesn't take but a few minutes because they die cut really well. And then I'm just kind of getting ready. The ones that I really want to kind of use on my card today, I'm just kind of removing those pieces. Like I said, it's really easy because they die cut really like smooth like butter, as they say. So I've got my die cut pieces ready to go here. And you can kind of see I kind of was trying to figure out how I wanted to use some of these pieces, if I wanted to double up on them or what I wanted to do. I didn't really have exact way of how I wanted to put my card together, but I'm kind of planning as I go here, like I usually do. I don't do cards prior to me filming. I kind of wing it. It's just easier for me that way. It takes me a longer time to create them, but that's what the magic of editing is for. So I thought I would go ahead and use the stamp set as well with the MFT stamp set. All of the MFT dies and the stamp set were from the Sparkle Snow kit. I can't remember the exact name of the kit, but I did use it earlier in the holiday card series. And I thought I would use both of them today, and I would use this stamp set to create a stamped background just to give the cardstock a little bit of something extra along with the die cuts that I'm using. So, and I wanted to do it like a tone on tone. That's why I'm using the same ink for the background as I am using the cardstock. And as I mentioned, I really do love both of these colors. They're absolutely beautiful. And I just love that bluish purpley color. It's just a unique color. And I don't think anyone else has this color in their line at all. So I think it's really unique and I really do love it. So I'm just kind of creating my background here as I go, kind of putting the pieces and kind of assembling and kind of looking at it as I go. And again, just planning as we go. And how many times can I say as we go in this video? but yeah, you know, I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants, really. So I've kind of settled on the background here, and I'm going to take my powder tool and I'm going to take the sentiment stamp set that was in that MFT kit. And I'm going to use one of the sentiments, the Season's Greetings sentiment, and I'm going to stamp that down in the Versamark ink, and I'm going to emboss this in white embossing powder. And that white embossing powder is really going to pop off of this really dark cardstock. I think it's beautiful. So it's, you know, such a nice way to highlight the sentiment whenever you've got so much going on in the background of the cardstock and then the felt pieces. So the sentiment will stand out on its own along with what's going on with the rest of the card. So I'm taking my Hero Arts white embossing powder here and I'm going to coat that sentiment really well. And some of the embossing powder did stick to some of my stamped images, but no problem at all. It doesn't, you know, all you got to do is just kind of tap it off really well. And then take just a little bit of a brush or whatever and just brush off a little bit of embossing powder that stuck. So I'm taking a little microfiber cloth here and just wiping away the residue of that powder really well, because it does show up a little bit more on the dark cardstock. So I want to make sure that that's off of there really well. Now I'm going to go ahead and here I did settle on the snowflakes that I wanted to put on my card for today. And so I'm going to use my multi-matte medium glue here to apply these snowflakes on. And I really do like this glue to add, well, obviously for anything, paper, whatever, excuse me. But I really do like it for felt too, because it adheres to your cardstock or whatever you're putting on it really, really well. It's a really great adhesive for that. So I really do recommend this glue if you've never tried it before. So I'm continuing to put on my snowflakes and adhering them to my card base. And I really, really like how this is turning out. So the next thing I'm going to do is add a little bit more embellishment and shine to my card. I'm going ahead and prepping my card base and getting that out of the way. And I'm going to create a top fold, a 2-size card. So I'm scoring it at 5.5 at the top and getting that good and creased down. And I'm going to set that to the side just for momentarily. And I've got a piece of silver sparkle cardstock that was just a little sliver that I had that I cut down from a previous project, and I thought I would use it on this card for today. So I added some adhesive to that as well, and I'm going to add this to the left-hand side of my panel here just to give it a little bit of an accent and a little extra sparkle, because we are all about sparkle and shine today, and I have been throughout my series. So I guess that's the theme for my series this year. So I really, really do love this sparkle cardstock. It's beautiful. And I really do like the fact that the glitter itself does not come off. I mean, you rub it and it does not come off. It is really, really smooth. So it's really, really nice to work with. So I had an additional piece left over, and I thought I would add that additional piece under that sentiment and just kind of cut it at an angle at the end just to give it a little bit of more of an accent. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this to my card base. And so I just use my tape runner for that and get that into place. And then I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of detail to my snowflakes, because even though they're beautiful on their own, you could certainly leave it like this if you wanted to. But since there is a stamp set for, well, not the Lawn Fawn, and I use mostly Lawn Fawn snowflakes, but the other solid one here, there is a stamp set for that. But I didn't want to use the stamps on my felt for today. I wanted to use something different. So I brought out my Nuvo drops here. This is the Moon Dust, I believe it's called. And I'm going to add just a little bit of embellishment to each one of these. And so I added, it just called for me to put some in the middle of that top snowflake there. And then for the solid one, I thought I would add just a little bit of a design. I am no artist as far as drawing or anything like that. So, but I thought this would be a really, really beautiful way to accent this smaller snowflake, just adding some along the edges here and drawing some lines. I'm more or less doodling with my Nuvo drops here, so on the snowflake, and then seeing what kind of looks the best, and kind of going slow with it. This is probably a little bit easier to work with if you had silver stickles, because the Nuvo drops were kind of adhering a little bit more to the felt, and so I had to really be careful so it wouldn't get too stringy, because I think it works better on paper than it does felt. But I just took my time with it, and it worked out just fine. So for the final snowflake, I thought I would add some right in the middle of those, the diamonds on the end there. And it really, really does look like diamonds on this snowflake. It's really, really cool. I've tried to capture it in pictures as best as I could so y'all could see it. But I'm going to continue to add that all around my snowflake and add this additional shine. And this was really, really fun. And just another way to use up my Nuvo drops for my card. So I've completed that, and that really completes the card for today. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and I will catch y'all in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching and thumbs upping, and I appreciate it. See you next time. Bye-bye.